People, what's going on? How you doing? Welcome to Let's Get Stringing. What I got with me today is a Yonex Vcore SV. I assume it's an older model. Okay, on the side, throat here has Team printed upside down. It says Vcore SV Team. It says Team here and it says Team here upside down. I do have it mounted with the butt cap. Yonex logo on the butt cap, the right side up. So I don't know why the model is printed upside down like that, but at least the Yonex brand is right side up. That's just how it is, unless somebody installed the butt cap the opposite way. It hasn't been in production for a number of years, from what I remember. It says Nanometric XT on the side, blah blah blah. Developed by Yonex Japan. Wonder why it would say developed and not made in Japan though. Maybe this racket is not made in Japan because from what I understand, the made in Japan versions will actually have Japan printed on the butt cap, and I see that this one does not, so maybe this one is made in China. Yeah, customer just dropped it off. He showed up. Couple showed up with a baby. They're holding the baby. They couldn't wait until I get done, and they said that they're gonna pick it back up tomorrow. And they've chosen to go with the head velocity multi-filament. I guess the racket is for the husband. He said that he's a beginner, and I tried selling him a new replacement grip because, as you can see, this racket comes with only the overgrip, only a thin overgrip wrapped on top of the grip pallet, so it has no cushion. I tried explaining that to him. I said that if you want replacement put on it, I have it. Told him the price and everything, and he decided to just leave it for now. I said, well, there's no cushion, and but if you need it next time, I have it here. Try not to be too pushy with these grips, but it happens more often than not with beginners. They don't know that rackets are supposed to be played with a base grip that provides cushion, especially for somebody with a sensitive nerve problem in the index finger here. I have this vein over here that gets aggravated every time I play. And I've since changed my grip. Instead of gripping it so tight right under the index finger, I try only applying pressure more from the middle finger downwards, and that seems to help a bit. Hey, I'll do anything that will help me, that will keep me from playing. That will keep me playing. Anyways, I'm stringing this at 54 pounds for him. With manual 10% pre-stretch, as well as manual pre-stretch with the string wrapped around my basement pole. So here you go. Here's the worst stringer on the internet. String this racket. Let's see how fast I can get it done. I kid you not, man. It's like today is weird. Like I get one customer per hour or two. Every time I feel like going upstairs to take a nap for an hour, somebody else shows up. hey, I can't complain. It beats not having business, right? Matter of fact, they said that they're going to pick this racket up tomorrow, and I said, all right, then I'll take my time with it, and I don't really have to get it done now, but I'd rather get it out of the way so I can rest more peacefully. So let me know how you handle this grip situation. How do you try to sell your grips to customers? Try to convince them that it's better to use a base grip? This guy said that his father-in-law did this for him. Well, this father-in-law must not like him too much or something. But yeah, this is not the first time I've seen a situation like this. It's worse when a mother or a parent try to get bought a used racket somewhere for their teenager or a younger person who need the arm and hand protection the most, and they're only playing with a thin layer of overgrip. I never get that. I'm seeing that this racket requires main skip at the 8th grommet hole for the 8th string. So skipping 8 at the top as well as at the bottom. situation with the blocked hole here. another black hole. Sure I didn't misweave anything. I recently saw another YouTuber who said he offers stringing lessons. I forgot what the name of the channel is. He pulls his last string twice. Says that there's a lot of pressure towards the end here and pulls it twice. So I think that's a good idea, so I started doing that myself too. I forgot to put on the knot tension. Pull that again with the knot tension. Another thing with the ERT 300 dynamic tension measurements is that I've come to accept the fact that whenever I string these soft strings like multi-filament or synthetic gut, it's gonna end up measuring like anywhere from 5 pounds, I would say, I mean, around 5 to 6 pounds higher than the reference tension. If anybody can explain the physics behind it, feel free to comment below, but that's what I've been observing and that's what I've been accepting. Unless there's something wrong with the way that my machine's tension head pulls the multi-filament strings, I don't know. I've not owned a different machine before, but let me know if you have a Wilson Bayardo or some other kind of Yonex machine or something, and if that's what you experienced as well. I've been measuring like maybe a couple of pounds high on the polyesters compared to reference tension. That is, you know, acceptable because a couple of pounds, by the time the racket makes it into the customer's hands, it's gonna drop 2 or 3 pounds anyway. So that ends up to be perfect. But with the multi-filament strings, I've been measuring 5 to 6 pounds higher. Sometimes even more on a 18 by 20 string pattern or like a like a 95 square inch racket, or on a racket that has high stiffness, like the Head Radical or Babla Pure Drive or something like that. Yeah, I like to get my mains and crosses lined up all perfect, looking at in all directions, left and right, up and down, until they're perfect. Alright, thank you very much for watching. I will show the dynamic tension measurements here in a little bit. Catch you on the flip side. Take it easy.